we're here with Gareth Roderick following the game against Lancashire. First things first, Gareth, you came up against a really good side.
Yeah, we did. We knew there was potential to have a strong side and even a couple more, still had a couple missing. So, but that's the reason you play the games, to come up against those strong sides and test your mettle against good teams, and unfortunately we didn't quite cut the mustard today.
When you lose 4 wickets in a power play, another one straight away afterwards, is that more or less it?
Yeah, I'd say more. The stats would certainly say that. I think now you're finding you probably bat a little bit deeper, just as the nature of T20. But yeah, I think when you start like that, it is quite tough to claw it back. You're looking for someone then down the order to do something really, really special to kind of post a total that's competitive. And unfortunately, I just think even post those 4 wickets, you kind of felt every time we kind of had a little platform to then maybe accelerate, but then we lost another one, and then rebuild for a couple of overs, maybe get to a point where we can go again, and then lose another one. I think, I was really annoyed in that kind of stretch where I got out. I think, another just strong shots and knock around for another 3 or 4 overs, and then try and get the last 3. We might have ended up with getting another 20 or 25 runs, which, at the end might have made a little bit of a difference.
The side's got past 200 a couple of times this season already. Has there been a conscious decision made by the team to sort of try and go big?
I think the language is just at the moment just to be positive, kind of like trust your teammates to have a plan, to execute that plan, be aggressive. It's the nature of T20 around the world now, and you kind of have to follow suit, otherwise you get left behind. I think so. When we set that platform on the power play, we've been doing that. I think it's just about being a bit more consistent in that power play and hopefully setting more of a platform to launch towards the end.
So in a way, you've got to accept that if you're going to play that brand of cricket, sometimes it's going to go wrong.
Yeah, I think so. And I think when you stepping up this kind of positive mode of cricket, you're going to have a little bit of growing pains. I still think there's room for us to be a little bit smarter. I think we can be a little bit smarter with how we go about it, but I think the language you're using is great, and I think we're just trying to find that kind of balance at the moment. And when it's great, it's great. You see scores of 200, and then you might have days like today, but we've got to be a little bit smarter potentially in that first 10 overs if we lose wickets.
That said, credit where it's due. James Anderson, Luke Wood bowled really well. Lancashire, I thought, were pretty hot in the field as well, caught well. And that was a fairly measured chase by them as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, we just didn't really have enough on the board to put any scoreboard pressure unless we took a boatload of wickets like our batting innings. And those experienced batters at the top, they knew that. So they knew they could be a little bit more circumspect, make sure they didn't lose early wickets and then build through the middle. And it was never really enough scoreboard pressure to put enough on to force wickets, if that makes sense. So
it's been lose 1, win 1, lose 1, win 1. Quite important on Sunday to try and get back on the winning trail, because you don't want to lose touch with the top of the table.
No, and I think that's the thing. I think now, if we can get a win on Sunday and then hopefully get on a little run, it's quite an important period now. We've obviously got Sunday, then Wednesday and Friday again. So, if we can win a few of those games and even string a little 2 or 3 wins together, that puts us in a decent position. And we know this competition is all about momentum. So if we string a few wins together and we start feeling good, and that brand of cricket that we're talking about keep shining through, and add a little bit more consistency there with the bang, I think we'll be okay.
As ever, Gareth, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
You've got a bit of a break coming up in this now. After 7 games, would you sooner you kept playing T20 cricket, or would you fancy the break?
What's the break? It's 4-day cricket, isn't it? So you get back to 4-day cricket. Listen, I think the schedule now, it is what it is. You kind of have to adapt and be used to it. We know these breaks come and you have the 4-day game, so you kind of just have to make sure you're on it to switch formats. I think that this little block of 7 games you prep for, knowing that you're going to have those 2 champion games. So it's about keeping in touch with that red ball stuff as well. And it's an important period not only for the 2020, but these 2 games are really important for us in the grander scheme of the county season as well.
I've just got 2 minutes before you go. Just one personal note. You went nice little start tonight, getting into 35. Did you feel good? And then frustrating, obviously, to get out when you did. But you positive signs. You made a good start.
Yeah, I think so. The situation dictated to be a little bit more circumspect, obviously, with the early wickets. Like I said, frustrated. I didn't kind of carry a little bit deeper before I tried to go big. That's my bad, and I need to learn from that. But listen, it's about spending time in the middle. I think I've only probably faced 40 balls in the whole comp, so there's nothing more valuable than time in the middle. So unfortunately, I wish I would have kicked on a little bit today. But yeah, thankful to have a bit of time there to get a bit of rhythm.
And then now, is it a case of putting that to one side, putting it to bed and cracking straight on into Sunday, or take the learnings from tonight and use them going into Sunday against Leicestershire?
Yeah, I think so. It's learning kind of, where we as a team and where I in that innings kind of made a mistake and learning from that. I think they come around so fast that if you're not learning pretty quickly, you potentially can make the same mistakes, and that's something we want to try and avoid.
Thank you very much.
No worries. Thanks, guys.
This is Mike the Plasterer. He needs a trusted supplier for his materials and tools. Mike needs Profile Store. With an easy-to-use website, you can check stock online, order it and collect it within the hour. Profile Store offer free delivery over £125 and fast overnight shipping. With over 2,000 products in stock, they're sure to have what you need. So get yourself down to the trade counter in Kidderminster today. Get the job done with profilestore.co.uk.